What's up, guys? Indiana Tech here, back with another League of Legends game. We're excited here. My name's K Mills. You can call me K Mills. My name's Kendall, and I got David with me who helped cast last week.
What's up, guys? Welcome again after that last week, those amazing games where we won the 3 of 3. So we won the placement tournament, and here we are again. We are gonna get into a draft very soon. So I hope you guys enjoy this exciting game.
Yeah, so David last week, I wasn't able to cast, but he was telling me how great we played last week. I was able to look at the scorecards all across the board. Indiana Tech, as always, winning in the lanes, CS, assists, eliminations, kills, all of that. I love to hear that. I love to see it. I'm really looking forward to today and how Indiana Tech plays against MTSU. We're going to be getting in the draft. We see both of these bans coming in. It looks like IT is going to focus on Aphelios and Lilia. And then MTSU is banning Jinx, Diana, and Gragas.
I hope that they didn't watch our games last week. If not, they are going to ban Wukong because our jungler, Bo, he played Wukong all the 3 games. He made a 11 KDA. So if
Playing Wukong.
playing all the 3 games, Wukong. So
Wow.
if they leave the Wukong free, it's gonna be a very good pick for our jungler.
Yeah, absolutely. Indiana Tech. We'll see if they're going to first or third pick, whatever they're looking at there. Looks like MTSU is going to pick Ziggs first. That could be a flex for either, I'm going to assume it's going to be mid lane, but it could be a flex for bot. We do see his destructive tower potential with his W ability.
Yeah, I agree. And we are responding with Kaisa. We don't know yet if the Thix is going mid or bot, but Kaisa comfort ADC, right?
Yeah, it looks like they're hovering Kaisa right now. Yep, and Wukong, there we go. David, I love it.
He's in the meta right now, so it's a very good pick, and I really like it. By the way, I main Wukong when I play as a jungler, so I know that Wukong is very OP right now, so it's a very good pick.
I agree. It's really versatile. I mean, across mid, jungle, wherever he may play. Coming in with that W invis clone, he has a lot of play potential. I also love the Kaisa pick. I always think Kaisa is going to be a great all-around the board pick. She has on-hit damage. She scales great, has great early damage with her W. All around, Kaisa is a great pick.
Okay, they are responding with Sejuani and Tankent. I am assuming too. Well, we don't know. Tankent is flex too.
Yeah.
We go top or support.
You're right. Yeah.
So the Sejuani pick, I think, is fine for them. So we have to be careful with that because for a moment they are very tank.
Yes.
With that Tankent and Sejuani. So
I'm kind of shocked that they're picking Tom Kench and Sedge into a Kaisa. Kaisa is going to be able to do great damage later on against both of these tanks, shredding them out. Tom Kench is really strong right now. I've even seen that in my own solo queue games all across the board. Fantastic pick for MTSU. Let's see how they utilize him.
We have to think too about Wukong's passive because he's breaking like the armor as a passive.
True.
So it's gonna be good against that Tankent. So we have to see how we play with him. And we got a response as a support. We have Rel. So it's gonna be a very comfort bowling. A lot of engage, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right, David. Rel is an excellent peel/engage champ. She helps you get out of sticky situations with her stuns. Also, great engage. Really keeps characters, champions locked down and has great survivability doing so with all the extra armor from her passive.
They are banning Ambessa. That's smart because he's so broken right now.
Yeah.
Or top lane, Bandit Boy, he played Ambessa last week. I swear to you, he's so broken, it's crazy.
Mel's also busted right now. They've already done 2 hot fixes on her.
It's true. Yeah, you're completely right.
It's the arcane meta.
Yeah.
But yes, also IT banning Yone and Renekton. I love both of those bans. Renekton's really strong early top lane. That might be something for our top laner. He doesn't like facing Renekton. He has a lot of great pressure early. Does fall off in the later game. Yone is a great pick. Strong early when utilized right.
Yeah.
But really late game as well. He really gets that crit scalability going. Yeah, and MTSU banning Cassante as well.
Yeah.
Cassante is a great ban. He's also really strong.
They are doing well because we are going to have the last pick. So we are going to have counter pick in top lane. So they are banning all the top laners that they can. Ari as a mid laner or mid laner, Raid Boss, I think he's main Ari. So it's a great pick too. And we have to be careful with that Victor if they pick it. But yeah, we had to be very smart because I remember last week we were playing Kai'Sa and Rel too. No, I think we didn't play Kai'Sa, but we played Rel, and we were playing against a double range bot lane, and they got the Ignite as a spell. We had to be smart with that because maybe if you are playing against a double range bot lane, maybe you could get like the health or barrier or something like that. So we have to be smart. We have to be smart too with the summoner spells.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Ari pick. She's honestly someone I play a lot right now. Really versatile. Once you hit 6, it's hard to get killed. But also her roaming is fantastic with that R, just as much as it is as used as an escape tool.
Yeah.
Great engage, charm CC, true damage. I love that pick, and seeing Raid Boss on it, I'm really excited. Especially Victor, we're having that caster battle mid lane. So it's really going to come down to poke trades. Yeah. Someone stepping up for minions, seeing that, taking advantage of it. Victor does scale really strong. Ari has good scalability, but with Victor's ult and all of that, he can become really scary. So I'm interested to see where this Wukong is going to play around. Jay's top lane as well.
We have to see the build, so we have to see if they are going to be tank.
Yeah.
Because Jace, they are playing in Korea. I think they are playing in the solo queue. They are playing Jace tank. So
really? I didn't know that.
Right now. It's meta right now, so we have to be very careful. I played before coming here against a Jace tank.
Yeah.
An hour ago, I played against a Jace tank. It's so broken, crazy. So we have to be careful with that. And we are playing Cho'Gath. Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's a very not weird because we could play it, but it's gonna be difficult to play because Cho'Gath, we know that it's gonna be a very good tank for a team, but it's not an Ambessa or a Cassante. Renekton is different. It's a different champ.
Right, absolutely. Cho'Gath is a classic champ. He has the CC, he has the silence, even the scalability within his ult. Really great in team fight aspect. Not the best split laner, right? Where if Jace is building tank, or even if he's building lethality and damage fighter build, Jace is typically going to be more of a stronger split laner here. But it looks like they're going to play. Cho'Gath is probably going to play safe, I would assume, for the most part, unless he gets some good trades in and he makes a good flash play. But I'm looking at IT's Wukong playing around mid and bot here, especially bot with MTSU's team comp. Kai'Sa's, in my eyes, going to be the win con because of how tanky they are concerning the Sejuani and Tahm Kench. Tahm Kench especially is almost like 2 tanks. And MTSU only has, it looks like Ziggs is going to be playing bot with Tahm Kench.
No, it's true. They are not going to have DPS, right?
You're exactly right. I'm also seeing that as well.
I think, like you say, I assume that we are gonna leave Cho'Gath in one side in the top lane. I think that Wukong is gonna focus more in the mid lane and the bot lane. Because if we feed that Kai'Sa, it's gonna be a very good chance to win the game.
Absolutely. I think that's gonna be IT's one of their biggest win cons. NTSU, Sejuani is probably going to realize that, so she might be looking for counter ganks. Or if Jace is building damage, they might play around top with the Void Grubs, getting Jace ahead, having a good split. I just don't see later on in Cho'Gath playing smart, he'll be able to wave clear pretty well, take a lot of damage. That's where it kind of comes down to the mid Victor. Ziggs always has great poke, but over time, as Cho'Gath and Rel get beefier, they get a good engage on Ziggs. He's not going to be doing very much.
They don't have near disengage. I see only maybe Tankage. They don't have disengage. They don't have. So if we do a good engage with that Rel ultimate and a follow by the Wukong's ultimate, I think it's gonna be hard for them because Tankage is gonna be able to use the ultimate, but we will have to choose one player. So I don't see disengage in their team. Maybe the Victor's damage, maybe they could use it like a disengage, that ultimate. Also Jace could make a bit of disengage, but I don't feel they don't have a Gragas with an ultimate who could disengage everything on the fight. He couldn't. They are not gonna be able to split all the fight. So I think that they are gonna be very tanky. They don't have DPS. It's gonna be key that we make good engage. We have to be very careful with that fix with the split push. Let's see how we.
I really think they're gonna go. MTSU is really gonna go for the split push. Just with Ziggs' ability to destroy towers, Jace's damage, they're gonna wanna. I think they're gonna go for the macro play against IT. I'm just thinking in the previous games I've casted have done wonderful macro, even making shot calls, trading Baron with Dragon, those types of things. IT, their comms are going to be great. They're going to be on point, just taking in all of these different macro plays that MTSU is looking for. And if MTSU wants to team fight, I think Indiana Tech wants that. I honestly think with Kaisa, Ari as well, they're going to play all day for these objectives. MTSU is really going to have to shot call what they're going to be trading for, whether it's turrets or objectives here.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think that the macro, of course, like in every game, is gonna say who wins the game. So let's see how we play this and what you think. Are we gonna try to go to late game? Who do you think is the team who's gonna be better in the late game?
I think who's gonna be better in the late game? Absolutely Indiana Tech. Just because of Kaisa's damage overall, as long as she survives and doesn't get picked, no one else is going to be able to match her DPS per second, right? I mean, Ziggs is going to, like I said, do good poke. Victor is going to do great damage poke, but all those things have cooldowns. Kaisa's just going to be sitting there auto-attacking, proccing passive. So it's really, MTSU, their win con is killing Kaisa if it gets to late game. Early game, they're going to be stronger in the aspect that they have a lot more abilities in casters, right? So IT, I think, would need to play safe and care about taking trades. Zig's going to be chucking cannonballs at Kaisa all early game. Victor and Ari, that's going to be a poke war. Cho'Gath, going to be Cho'Gath, just taking in the wave, looking for plays where he lands Q, E, flash in, execute. Overall, I think we see our parameters here now. Let's just hope that our boys out on Indiana Tech are locked in and ready to go.
We have to see too the Kaisa's build. You know that she could do more NT or more DPS, so that's gonna be important at the end of the game. What I am seeing right now in their draft is that it's gonna be very difficult for their team to reach the back lane. Like, they don't have spells to get into the back lane, only maybe Tankage, but the other champs, they cannot get into a back lane of Indiana Tech. You have the Wukong, Rel, and Cho'Gath. It's gonna be very difficult to reach that Kaisa.
Yeah, agreed. Indiana Tech's playing good front to back. They gotta be careful about playing in jungle because that's where picks, flashes over walls, surprises can happen. But absolutely. Looks like the draft is finished. Are we loading in for that? Yes, we are. We're at 28 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
We're almost there.
see here, we're checking in on all of our Indiana Tech guys. They're locked in. We're locked in here.
It's important to say that it's our first time casting together. So
Yeah, you're right.
We are noobs, right?
We're noobs casting together for the first time. You're right.
It's important to know. So here we are. We are in. We are almost in.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first round of the night, MTSU versus Indiana Tech. Let's look at where they are going and how this is going to play out.
We are playing with TP in Kaisa.
Did Jace just flash?
I think he did. Huh? I think he did.
Wait.
Maybe it was just like the E.
Wait, you might be
know,
right.
like-
I think you're right.
No,
You're right.
I thought
You
the
just
same because
flashed.
I was looking at the Kaisa's TP and I saw like a flash.
Yeah,
and I was like, no way.
I think he was just switching his weapon. All right, he did not flash.
We are playing with Kaisa TP and we are playing with Ignite in red. So maybe that means that we are gonna play aggressive in the ball lane.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Indiana
TP.
Tech taking 3 TPs. Great point there. Ziggs taking TP. 3 TPs on both sides. It's a macro game, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to have on top of our comms here, as we see, everyone's kind of playing their 5-point vision stance. RA getting some early trades in with her W. And it looks like Wukong starting his red, Sejuani starting
His
on
red
her
too.
red as well. Probably going to have a vertical clear here, full clear by both the jungles here. So Wukong going to be looking bottom mid, Sejuani looking mid or top.
And we see that Ari is pushing a lot. He's trying to push that Victor.
Yeah. There's that Zig damage early out with his Q. Kaisa's got to be careful about taking early trades here. This is what MTSU wants.
We have to be careful because they know the enemy team. They know where Wukong is. They have a guard into the IT jungle. We have to be careful with that because right now they know where Wukong is. I
Great
think that
point.
we don't know where Sejuani is, so we have to be very careful with this. We have to be very careful with the pushing. As you said, in the bowling, that Six poking a lot. So
Yeah,
let's see how
they're
we deal
having
with that.
priority bot lane right now. Take the wave under tower. Sejuani and Wukong crossing. Good juggle timers each. They're both at their wolves right now.
Kaisa is still level 1, so we have to be careful with that too.
It's a lane. Oh, getting level 2 now though. Shogat's also taking wave under tower. As he should in that matchup.
Wukong is going to try to make gank in the ball lane, but they know where Wukong is. Be careful with that. It's good that Wukong right now makes a gank. They're not gonna have a counter gank.
Yeah.
Sejuani is in the top side,
Correct.
so that's good for our team. Let's see what Wukong is gonna try to do.
Yeah, Cho'Gath getting good vision right there in the top lane. Understanding the situation. They're both clearing Scuttle Crab right now.
This is gonna be an intense play now because of the junglers. See what we are
Bot
gonna
lane,
try to do.
Tom Kent's walking up to that tri-bush looking to get vision.
They know. And Sejuani is trying to gank in the top lane. We have to be very careful with that too. She is ready to gank.
He's
the
walking
Shogun.
up to the Wukong.
Wukong is in fight right now. Is he in a fight
Yes, he is fighting right now.
with you?
Getting
with
some
that.
trades in. Alleviating some pressure off of Kaisa. Poking,
Careful with this.
poking Tom Kent down. Good dodges there by
That-
Wukong.
That fix is so annoying. And careful now. I don't know if
Wow,
we're gonna
he's
try to
even
dive, but
blocking your
Sejuani is
wave.
coming. Huh? Sejuani is coming.
Good call out there.
Oh, be careful with
Sejuani
Bo, be
is
careful with Bo.
responding. Bo's gonna have to flash out. Tom Kent flashing in. Wukong re-engaging. Whoa! He's gonna get the first blood on Tom Kent with 50 health.
That was crazy.
That was a crazy
That was so
play.
close.
Did you
That was-
expect him to turn like
that-
that? And we got a flash coming out of top. Boom! Bandit Boy taking down Jace in the top lane. What did I say early on in the draft? Cho'Gath playing safe. Gonna look for that flash trade play, and he executed and did that.
It was a great play by NECC. So we have that Cho'Gath. What was that?
That was amazing.
Like we didn't expect. I didn't expect this. Not gonna lie, but what was that?
Wukong,
Wukong is so broken. It's crazy. He was literally 1 HP.
He
was one auto attack.
And he turned back in, and I thought there was no shot. I thought he was dying. But the team followed up. It looked like they ended up having a trade, 1-for-1, which ended up turning out well. You know, it looked like a bad situation, turning into a good trade.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get that turnaround by Wukong with 1 HP, but he got the first blood. So it's important to know that right now, to get the boosted boots, we need to get 2 or 3 objectives that the game is giving us. Right now, because the last week it was different. Last week it was the first blood, it was already a point, but since right now, it's gonna be 3 kills.
3 kills instead of first blood.
They changed that, so it's important to know that right now, if we get 1 more kill, we will get that first point to get the boosted boost.
Yeah, and it looks like Rel is finding Tahm Kench in the jungle, in the river. Excuse me. Wukong's chasing him down. Ziggs is coming up towards him. Ori's gonna land a great charm on him, dashing in, and they're gonna be able to kill Tahm Kench again, which is gonna give him pressure to take Dragon here. Sejuani looking to counter jungle. It looks like she got the Void Grubs while IT was focusing on that bot lane.
That was a great rotation by Ahri. The only bad thing is that she lost maybe a wave, but it's worth. She got the kill. So
Absolutely.
we get the dragon. So
trading objectives, but getting a traded kill there. Wonderful by Indiana Tech. Great comms all around. If I have to say anything about Indiana Tech that I've seen so far watching them play, their communication is fantastic.
that was a great follow by IT Bo. So see what we are gonna do now. Then we are gonna relax for a bit.
Cho'Gath being a little cheeky.
Was a great trade.
Yes, getting a great trade out on this Jace. Now it looks like Jace is going Black Cleaver, so it's going with that fighter style build, while which I think is smart, considering Cho'Gath is just going to build straight tank.
What they build. Overall, we are fine right now. The gold balance is kind of the same. We are 400 gold ahead. So I think we are gonna try a dive here. We have ultimate in Wukong.
Wukong going all the way around. Cho'Gath landing an easy knockup. They're going to secure a kill on Jace.
Not even it didn't even use the ultimate. That was crazy. Like so chill.
Did he have his ultimate up? Oh, he didn't. He might have used it on a minion.
No, I'm saying Wukong. Wukong had the ultimate.
Oh,
he
Wukong
didn't use
did
it.
ultimate.
Yeah.
Cho'Gath did. I see.
Planned like to do a dive.
Yeah, it looks like bot lane has vision on the Sejuani, who's stepping up, trying to be greedy for the blue buff. They're all gonna make a great rotation to try to close on her.
Is it good for Wukong?
Great vision by Indian
Yes.
Attack.
It's a great play. That's important for Wukong.
Also letting MTSU know, you know, you're not gonna be able to just get away with taking our jungle like that. We have vision. We're gonna rotate if we see.
That's good. It's important to have that vision. Jungle, so important. Cho'Gath is
He's getting great trades, yeah. Yeah, Jace kind of in a really hard spot now, where he's typically strong early. He's kind of lost that advantage now. Cho'Gath is just going to continue to gain health. He's level 9. He's 1 level above him. He's going to keep scaling with his ultimate, playing safe. Jace is gonna really need some help from Sejuani.
Silence is crazy. It's counter for that Jace. Jace is gonna suffer this game. And they're gonna suffer because we see this during the draft. They don't have DPS.
Right.
So I don't know how they are gonna kill that Cho'Gath. So
Yeah.
let's see.
You make it absolutely right. Ari playing around
TP.
top side to help support Cho'Gath was looking there and actually ended up helping Cho'Gath defend against the Sejuani gank. Looks like
This collapse.
Sejuani's, yep. Jace is gonna be able to follow up here. They're gonna have a 2v2 here. 3v2. Indiana Tech needs to be careful. Cho'Gath is gonna get shut down.
That was a weird play because in the river we knew that Sejuani was already invading that jungle, so we have to be very careful with those moves.
Yeah, absolutely. Cho'Gath kind of getting caught out. MTSU taking advantage of seeing Cho'Gath engaging on him, top lane and mid lane. Just having more numbers. Raid Boss looking to land
Tankens
on
is here,
Jace.
be careful with that. Tankens is here, this is a 4v3.
Look like we're gonna get a TP from Indiana Tech. The person TPing is gonna get caught up. It's Cho'Gath. He's gonna be here. Wukong's here as
Wukong
well.
is coming.
Wukong gonna be looking
Gonna be
to
a
play
kill.
back.
Great kill.
Great
That was
kill.
a great move, yes. I thought the same than you with that TP. I thought that TP was kind of weird, but
Well, it ended up helping him out. I thought it might have been bad, but Indiana Tech played around the TP that they had going, ended up coming out on top, which also secured them these drops. So I was a little bit nervous there for someone to get caught out while that TPing was going on. Looks like Indiana Tech played that well.
they got that shutdown. But right now, look at the scoreboard. We have a Wukong, a 3-1-3, Ari 101, Kaisa, which is gonna be very important in the late game. 103. Right now, I think that the most important thing, the main thing, is that we need to play around that Wukong. So right now, with that Trinity, it's gonna be a very strong champ right now. So we have to play around that Wukong.
Yeah, cognizant of acknowledging Wukong's lead, absolutely.
That was a kill already.
It looks like MTSU just got a pick on Bell. Not sure what happened there. It may have been she was going up to clear vision. Sejuani and Tom Kench engaged on her. There's just not much that she can do there.
Very smart Kaisa. We have to be careful with this because they could dive right now on Kaisa. She doesn't have flash, so we have to be very careful with this. But they are trying to get the dragon, so
Dragon, they're taking advantage of that pick and gonna try to secure Dragon here. Indiana Tech on their back foot. Let's see how they're gonna respond. Is Wukong gonna?
that was a blue. That was
Wukong's
for the
looking to
enemy.
engage on Sejuani here.
One is going crazy.
Going for the victor. Ari's following up. They're both gonna flash over the wall. Wukong's gonna proc ultimate again. Is he gonna be able to take out Victor? He's not. Tom Kench there with the rotate. Indiana Tech needs to be careful. They're getting cut off here. Kaisa's gonna be able to ult up and in. Looking at Sejuani. Ziggs poking down well. Are they gonna be able to finish Victor off?
Victor is-
Tom Kench doing great kiting for his team.
Victor is very low.
Man, Indiana Tech getting MTSU low, but not finishing.
For one moment, I was so scared about this play. Not gonna lie.
I agree.
Because we were in enemy jungle, so I mean, it's not that bad. And right now, I think we have the first objective. We got the first 3 kills. So right now, if we get the first turret or the next neutral objective, we are gonna get the boosted boots. We have the boy crabs, that's one. We have the first dragon, that's 2 neutral objectives. So the next one, I guess that will mean
Either
the
first
boosted.
tower or
Right now, our chances are, if we get that first turret, we get straight those boosted boots, but the other way is getting the next neutral objective.
Yep. Absolutely.
Which I don't know right now which one is it, but it's gonna be the second boy crabs. Oh no, my bad. It's gonna be the Rift Herald or the next dragon.
Now, are we able to see the timers for these neutrals?
Oh, here they are. We got the
wonderful. That'll
timers in 3
allow
minutes.
us to see
The dragon.
where we need to get prioritization, vision, and how we want to play around this map here.
50 seconds for the
50
Herald.
seconds for the Rift Herald.
This is a good dive. This is a very good dive.
Great dive by Indiana Tech. Wukong's going to be able to live. Well done by Indiana Tech, taking advantage of that dive here. They're going to also secure first tower, maybe. He's going to be there to back him off.
Have to be in the Herald now.
Man, if
20 in 20 seconds. Whoever gets right now the next objective is gonna get the boosted boots. They also have one dragon and the boy crabs. So the next team getting the next neutral objective is gonna get.
Looking for a play there, overextended, gonna have to flash out. Sejuani looking on Ari. Ari getting hit. She's gonna have to ult out. Sejuani getting prioritization for that Rift Herald. Wukong is in the bottom river. This is allowing Sejuani to just go ahead and start Rift Herald. Tom Kench looks like he's rotating up to counter. Sejuani engaging on Cho'Gath, who was looking for vision there.
This is bad. Very bad for the neutral objective for the Herald. Let's see if we are gonna try to fight it or not.
Yeah, MTSU getting great rotations here.
But we are gonna get the turret. That was smart. The turret was very low. So right now we get the boosted boots. We got the first blood and the first turret. We got the boosted boots already.
There we go. We're gonna be able to secure that in. Only backing off the Rift here. That's that, I would assume. Now, the further we go into this game, though, the more in favor it is for Indiana Tech, as we talked about earlier. Kaisa slowly getting items. She started out with Static Shiv, which helps her get a really good wave clear, just to scale more farm, to get more items.
Sejuani is getting the Herald.
Yeah.
Careful in the top lane. A gank on that Cho'Gath.
It looks like Indiana Tech was playing bot lane. They understand that Sejuani on Rift, so now they're rotating upwards. Looks like we're gonna have a 3v3 here. What is Indiana Tech gonna do to respond? Sejuani was able to take out.
Chart.
Is he? No. Good look though by the Ari.
Ultimate.
Didn't quite connect the
kill.
charm, but Wukong's still gonna be able to finish.
Wukong is OP. Wukong is so broken.
That's gonna allow them some prioritization. Dragon here. Ari's gonna go ahead and back though. Since having bot lane, we're gonna have a big fight over this dragon. Gentlemen.
Wukong is in the top side. I don't know if we are gonna try to
I do see that. As soon as he shows top, they're gonna look for bot heavy and look for that dragon. I feel like Cho'Gath has been managing himself pretty well, but Wukong's just gonna be able to help secure that kill, shut him down, looking for that top turret. Sejuani looked in bot lane, but they weren't able to get anything, which is big, allowing Indiana Tech a free kill.
Was a great play, but we need to go fast that dragon because Sejuani is already by the sword. Try to go at both sides.
Yeah, it looks like Wukong getting that rotation. Dragon. Bot lane trying to secure vision here. Cho'Gath is getting a tower top lane. Overall, Indiana Tech is taking away the game macroly and on objectives right now.
Ali is leaving the. I don't know what is. She's gonna try to do.
Kills and macro objectives. Right.
We're gonna have a fight around the dragon. a lot of people involved. It's gonna be a fight.
Cho'Gath does have TP up.
Probably.
I wonder if he's going to TP down for this dragon to secure it.
They have the vision.
He is going to TP bot lane. This is going to be good for Indiana Tech just to be able to secure this dragon. If anything, Indiana Tech, just take your time. You have the numbers here. If MTSU takes the fight, you win. Sejuani's engaging. Go ahead and go all in, Indiana Tech. Rel's gonna ult in. He's gonna get a stun on Tom Kench. Tom Kench is gonna have to flash out. They're following up on Sejuani. The knockup's gonna hit, which is gonna be big. Rel gonna be able to slow. Ziggs responding with some fire damage there, but not gonna be able to finish as Rel gets out.
Great play by Rel. And we had the Atakan up too.
You're exactly right. Anakin is up. And Indiana Tech looks like they're going to take this time to back. Kaisa, someone needs to stay for this bot tower.
That was a great fight for us. We got the dragon and 2 kills, I think. So that was a great play. I don't know if they are gonna try to do the attack for a moment. I think we are gonna try to get the attack.
Yeah, it looks like TSU is just going to go ahead and give Anakin, which is huge, an attack. Well, looking to engage on this bot lane. Walking out. Sejuani being in the bush. They don't. Indiana Tech doesn't have vision in the try. She's gonna look to steal here, or even engage. You have a 5v5 Ari looking for some cheeky backline here. Gonna land a charge, but she's gonna get completely knocked out by Tom Kench and Sejuani, who land a stun on her. Indiana Tech on their back foot. Looks like everyone's just playing spaced out right now, trying to understand what they really want to do, figuring out positioning. Wukong taking a back here. Never mind. He sees the follow-up knockup on the Victor. Victor's gonna have to flash out. Wukong gets the flash. Finishes Victor. He goes down. Tom Kench caught out alone. Sejuani and Ziggs having a late rotation up.
Engage.
Kaisa now just coming in, reeling in the damage on MTSU.
That was a great play by, that was a great ultimate by Bo. And I said that we had to play around that because he's so broken. And that was a bit weird because of that flank from Arya and Cho'Gath, but he had a great end.
Indiana Tech just played slow. They had vision. They were deciding on where to take a fight, and if not,
the attack can kill.
I don't know if your controller died, if you need to change the batteries. It did die to Anakin, but you're gonna have to peel off of that. Ari going in! Jade's gonna have to flash out. It's gonna be worth, because that's just a flash for Ari's ult, and everyone's gonna come back bot, I assume, to have a fight over Anakin. Now,
the Atakan has a lot of damage, so we have to be careful with that because Wukong was very low, so we have to be careful with that. But overall, that was a great play by the team in this ball lane. I was scared about that Cho'Gath and that Ari with that flank when Cho'Gath died, but we recovered with that Wukong, and that was a great play for Indiana Tech. I think it was
absolutely
almost 4 kills, right, on the enemy team.
Yeah, seeing MTSU, their position, Sejuani and Ziggs were pushing bot lane there, and Wukong was sitting there with support from the other teammate waiting there. I don't remember who it was. I know someone else was there though, and Wukong goes over the wall. It says, hey, Sejuani and Ziggs are bot. I can kill this guy before he even closes the gap to get there, and that's exactly what they did. And then the rest of Indiana Tech was there to collapse on the late rotation by Sejuani and Ziggs.
Exactly. You're completely right. And we are gonna try to kill the Atakan again. And careful with this Sejuani if they are gonna try to engage. But I think we should be fine. They are gonna try to steal it. We have to be careful with it. With this.
Yeah. Correct. Sejuani's gonna
This
look
might-
to steal here. Rel's gonna look to engage. Gets a good knock on Ziggs. Ziggs is gonna have to flash out. Tom Kench caught up with the fire.
Atakan? What happened with the Atakan? We kill the Atakan.
We get Atakan with the revive, which I think is the most busted, broken, buff. Riot, please. I don't know how that got greenlit. I have personal problems with that. I don't know about you, David. I think a self-revive and only giving the team 100 gold is
For me, that's crazy. It's ridiculous
like
for me.
free
But
Guardian Angel, man.
right now,
You make mistakes. If a team wants to come back into the game, if you're down, there's nothing more demeaning than killing the team who's in the lead, only for them to be instantly revived, which doesn't allow you to take vision control, objectives, towers,
Towers,
anything.
yeah.
Riot, please take that back to the analyst desk.
we can overextend right now. We can do whatever we want.
You're exactly right.
So we can
get a
get
jail out
towers,
free
we
card.
can get whatever we want. Whatever we want, we are gonna respawn in base like, automatically.
Right,
So,
and that's making even valuable summoner spell because you'll just revive and be back in the fight.
and I think we are gonna try the Baron Nashor. We are by the zone, so I think we are gonna try to do the Baron Nashor. The whole team is around it.
Yeah, why
so
not?
We have to be very careful with this because maybe they can steal it, but easily we can. We have a lot of damage in that Wukong, in that Kaisa, even in that Ari. So look at that. Cho'Gath is tanking everything. So
Absolutely, this is what I was talking about. Ziggs just trying to
We're
look for
coming
the back
around.
line, but Jace is going to be caught out alone.
This is a
Now
good
Indiana
fight.
Tech looking for a full-on engage. He's going to get a triple knockup. Ari following up with the charm. We're going to get a knockup from Cho'Gath. The other team is just going to get absolutely deleted, and we got a jail out of free card. Whoever died just came back alive, and we are pushing down mid lane.
I think we're gonna try to
And a
end.
TP instantly. What did I say? Riot.
We are still having the Guardian Angel.
Right.
We didn't even die, so we are completely fine. I think we are even gonna try to end. They are coming in 10 seconds, but I mean, having the Guardian Angel, if we die right now,
It's still up. Ari's gonna just kill herself because it doesn't matter. They're just pushing
Coming
to
too
get
slow.
as much as possible here.
this was a mistake by our jungle. But I mean, you see, right now we are up again. So what's the point?
Just an instant back.
Yeah, I mean, in that moment, you just try to get all that you can. We got towers, we got a lot of things, and we are right now again in the map. So we didn't lose anything. So
It does give him 100 gold, but it looked like some of Indiana Tech executed with the towers. And even still, it was just a great back.
what we said, look at that Wukong.
Oh, you're right.
700 gold shutdown. And Kaisa, as soon as the game is getting longer, it's gonna be better for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even with Tom Kench as well, your champion pick in the draft is excellent. I think that's what really has just kept NT out of the game.
And it's what I said to you during the draft. I think that they are missing right now the DP.
Absolutely, they are hurting.
There is
for
no
that.
way they can kill right now that. So
Yeah, and they're just gonna be able to push up, gaining priority for top lane to get this tower. Mid is pushing, someone's gonna have to respond mid constantly. And yeah, Indiana Tech just pushing in top and mid wave and Baron, and they can just rinse and repeat this process.
Vision and with that super minions in the mid lane is gonna be very careful. It's gonna be very difficult for them. Sorry, it's gonna be very difficult to push the lines and to try to fight these.
So Juwani looking for Ari. She's gonna be able to get a stun. Ziggs and Jace follow up. She's gonna ult him as well. MT gonna be able to get a pick. How is Indiana Tech gonna respond? They're running down Sejuani right now. Rel gets a double knockup on Tom and the Jace. Kaisa's there. She's gonna be able to finish up, but Victor was able to get on the back line. Wukong finalizing Victor to his demise.
3-3,
And
3-3.
Cho'Gath just standing there. What can you do to me? You can't touch me.
Penta. This could be a penta.
It looks like
Oh,
Indiana
Wukong.
Tech is gonna put on the chase. They could just Cho'Gath TPing to the base. That's why they're putting
We're
on the
ending the game.
chase, because they don't want them to back. And it looks like game 1 is going to be wrapped up.
Look at that Cho'Gath, that's crazy. Level 17. I mean, if they don't have DPS, that fix is gonna just die. There's no way. We're gonna end the game here.
We are.
TP, Wukong is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Indiana Tech delivering what the people wanted. A sweep overall in round 1.
It was a great game by Indiana Tech.
Absolutely.
I mean, I say at the start, like Wukong, if they are leaving the Wukong free, Bo's gonna pick it and he's gonna kill the game.
Yeah, Wukong doing great jungling there, playing well, even on that first blood kill that we saw. Wow. That skeptical play turning out was incredible. But overall, Indiana Tech all across the board, we saw Cho'Gath capitalizing, playing his character well, accepting the wave, looking for those knock-up silence plays, flashes. We saw it. He was absolutely executing. Bot lane executing with the Kai'Sa, playing safe, understanding that Ziggs has great poke, early damage, understanding where your win cons are at. We saw Kai'Sa then output the damage that needed to be done, and MTSU had no answer. I mean, anywhere across the board.
For example, Jace didn't play the game. Jace was out of the game. He couldn't do anything. Who's he gonna focus? He's not gonna kill anyone. And he went for the Black Cleaver, so he didn't have damage, and they didn't have DPS. That Cho'Gath was playing like at home, like he was playing like in the living room, like it was
yeah, they were trying to run a macro team comp, but we're not capitalizing on it. And we just saw Indiana Tech play phenomenally. So well done to them. I want to see how the other team is going to respond. They're going back to the drawing board right now. If they don't pull an ADC into the next round, I'll be shocked. That's what I'll say. I'll say it how it is. If they don't pull an ADC, they're going to need to pull something out to be able to respond to Indiana Tech here. Because right now, Indiana Tech's playing on top of their game, comm-wise, making plays around objectives, closing the gaps. We did see a few mistakes from Indiana Tech with Cho'Gath walking down the river, getting caught out. But Indiana Tech realizes that, and I love is how they respond. They go on to the next play.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the most important thing, I want to focus on that. I think the draft was I think this was a draft diff.
I agree.
I don't know, I would like to ask Bandit Boy if he picked that Cho'Gath because he saw that they didn't have DPS.
Right.
Because he was the last pick, like the counter pick in the top lane. So maybe he said,
Absolutely.
So he said, okay, they don't have DPS, so I'm gonna pick a Cho'Gath, I'm gonna tank, and no one is gonna kill me. Who's gonna kill me? So I think this was a very big draft pick. Let's see what we are gonna try to do in the next one. I don't know, I'm not sure if I think that this is a BO3, so if we win the next game, we will win
best of 3.
the best of 3. So let's see how we are gonna play.
With that, ladies and gents, we're gonna take a short break here as Indiana Tech and the other team goes to the drawing board to see how they're gonna address this next match. And we will see you in game 2. Stay tuned.
See you, boys. Hello, guys. Here we are again. We are about to start with the second game. We are gonna get into a draft. Hey, Mills and me, we are ready for the second game. So let's see what happens in this amazing and exciting game, right?
Absolutely. We are back and ready for the action. We were just talking about the big plays from last game. How are these teams going to adjust? What are they going to answer with pick-wise in the lanes? We saw Bo have a great game in the jungle. How is the enemy team going to respond to that? Are they going to ban out the jungle? What are these things that are going to take place? We're really excited for this next draft in this game. I'm sure Indiana Tech is feeling really good right now, too.
We got that Wukong band. We are going to get in the stream very soon this draft. But, I mean, it makes sense. And we are going to see for the first time in the season Bo with another jungler that is not Wukong. So let's see what he's gonna pick. I know because I know him. I think that I know that he is very good with Lee Sin, also with Diego. I see him playing Kindred too. So I mean,
Lee Sin sounds like a really fun game. I'd love to see him play it.
He's gonna shock us, he's gonna surprise. So let's see what we get. We had the Real Out 2 for us. We're banning the same thing. We're banning Aphelios and Corki for a moment.
Yeah, I like the Corki ban. Corki is really strong right now with the new passive that they added, that being his true damage. So great scalable character, either mid or bot lane. Lots of damage. Aphelios is also another good ban. Lilia as well. Hard to lock down. And on MTSU, we see Wukong, Gragas, and Rel. So they definitely don't want to play that against that Gragas. They must have watched NECC's previous games of our top laner playing Gragas. He is quite disgusting on Gragas, I will say, from my experience of watching. So that's going to be a good ban. Definitely don't want to face that Wukong again. In that Rel, they did not like the engage.
And we got first picks. We got the bowling already, so we got that Jinx and Ashe.
Okay, so MTSU putting on an ADC, Jinx. Jinx is a great ADC, really adaptable with her Q, being able to have further range and burst damage, and then also having the minigun, being able to do great on-hit damage to melt tanks. Ashe as well, a scaling champ. Ashe has wonderful engage with her ultimate, and her slow on-hit absolutely cracked. One of the best top on-hit marksman champs in the game.
We are repeating, we are picking the same mid laner. We have that Ahri again against Sylas.
Sylas versus Ahri.
AP fight. Right?
Yep. I play Ahri quite a bit, like I said last game. And facing Sylas can be really interesting. What we're gonna see out of this mid lane is Ahri holding charm to wait for when Sylas E's in and then tries to chain stun. It is really gonna come down to that play. If Ahri lands the charm before the chain stun hits from Sylas, he's gonna win the trade. Sylas is only gonna be able to follow up with a Q and W. But however, if Ahri mistimes that and Sylas does close the gap, Ahri will get punished. It really comes down to those two CC skill shots. And I believe in Raid Boss. I know what he's thinking right now. He understands the play that's gonna have to take place, and he's gonna execute on it.
I mean, there was a great point about that, about those trades. And talking about trades, we have Keisante against Ambessa. It's gonna be all about trades. We're gonna fighting like I don't know, like dumb guys, like just fighting, like just trading.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely be duking it out, and both of these characters are higher skilled play styles. Both of them having dashes, abilities to land. Cassante having more armor, but then transitioning to damage, and Bessa being more of that constant damage, getting shield dashes. I am really interested to see how those trades go out.
Let's see, we are having now the next two bans. We have Lee Sin, so we are not gonna see a Lee Sin from Sejuani and Tankers. We are banning the previous picks from the enemy team. And our jungler, they are trying to deny.
They are banning out the jungle right
because
now.
They know that maybe the win condition from our team is on jungler. Is both.
Yeah, Bo definitely having a great game last game. They don't want to see that, and they're hoping to shut him down here to give him a better shot in game 2. Bo, let's see what he's going to flex pick here. But as far as it goes, I'm confident. Indiana Tech really banning out the Tom Kench and Sejuani. I don't necessarily think, honestly, that those bans were necessary with an Ashe. Ashe is a great, like I said, on-hit champion, but maybe they just overall didn't want to face them.
And we have a Nautilus Nautilus. For our support,
We got a naughty.
we are Brown. That's smart against that Ash. From the enemy team, we're gonna get a counter pick in the jungle. What do you think? Make a guess about our jungler.
About what our jungler's gonna pick, I
Yeah.
don't know what he's gonna pick. Honestly, if I would pick something into this comp, it looks like we have two. We have one tank and one kind of tanky fighter. So I would pick someone similar to a Lee Sin style, maybe an assassin to help get a. Well, I mean they picked Viego, so something similar along the lines of Viego.
Graves.
Graves is gonna be a
Oh.
great pick. I love that
First,
pick. He's great into tanks because of his passive, but also can take on the likes of a Vega or a Silas. That's a great pick for Bo. I am excited for him.
I like both drafts. I like their draft and our draft too. I think it's gonna be a very intense game.
This is going to be a
fights.
great game. We have engaged on both ends of the teams. Rom with his ultimate. Cassante looking for picks. Silas having a plethora of ults to utilize. Whether that's Ashe or Nautilus, they really got to be careful and understanding what Silas is choosing. Whether it's picking Nautilus ult, Ahri ult to close the gap. You know, that's where Silas can really be adaptable. But Viego is a great scaling champ. NTSU has a lot of weapons here, but so does Indiana Tech. This is going to be a really interesting game. All of these lanes matter. Cassante is probably going to take the traditional approach of playing safer against Abessa because he is that tankier champion. So I'm interested to see who Indiana Tech's going to play around. They have a lot of great win cons. Ahri, Ashe, and Bessa, even the Graves himself, and the MTSU, Viego. I assume MTSU, based off of their team comp, is going to kind of let Cassante do his thing top and focus mid and bot. Bot is really important for MTSU, as Jinx needs to be able to melt Nautilus and Mbessa. And same for Indiana Tech, honestly. Indiana Tech, the Ashe is going to need to burst down and be a weapon against Cassante and Braum. Cassante is really going to be looking for Ashe, so positioning is going to be huge.
Yes, I agree with you. I think we're gonna watch a pretty good game. Let's see. I think we could say I'm not 100% sure, but in our team, I think they're the enemy team. They have the same, but maybe with what do you think? Do you think that with one AP champ is enough to have that balance between AD and AP? Or maybe we are lacking a bit in that ability power.
Typically, I would say it matters a lot more if the other team also has adaptable AP and AD damage. So it looks like both MTSU and Indiana Tech have one ability power champion. Now, if that person pops off on either or the team, they're definitely going to have more damage because these tanks are going to prioritize armor. That's just the majority of the damage output here on either side of the team. So that you make a great point that the ability power champions, you know, are going to be a big weapon here in this next game.
Yeah, I mean, we have to, it's important always to know.
Yeah.
For the people who doesn't play, it's important to make a balance between that attack damage and ability power.
Absolutely.
So it's important to have that balance. I think we are fine. It will be better, but let's see how we play. And again, I'm seeing that the enemy team, it's gonna be difficult for the enemy team to reach our back lane, right? Because they don't have Cassante, Silas, Diego is gonna be front to back.
They have a lot of engage.
Yeah, it's gonna be
MTSU has a lot of gap closers to be able to close in on Ashe. So it's going to be important that Nautilus just sticks by her side. You know, they kite it out well. They're all MTSU is also exposing themselves to those dives. So positioning for Ashe, even playing Ashe in my own experience, positioning is everything on this champion because you don't have any dashes to get out. You have slows, you have a stun, But when you have a Viego on top of you, those stuns and slows are not going to do very much.
You have nothing to do if the Viego is next to you.
Viego, Silas,
So
Cassante even.
Yeah, it's gonna be very important in this game. Ambessa and Nautilus to defend that Ash. It's gonna be very important.
Well, I don't know if Mbessa is going to spend too much time defending Ash because Mbessa with her ultimate is very similar to kind of Cassante. What's so funny is we have similar picks in the top, in jungle, and even support lanes here. Middle is even quite similar, just the biggest difference is melee and caster. But right, Silas is gonna have a lot of availability to adapt based off of his ultimate. So we have a really kind of, I mean, in Ash and Jinx, like I said earlier, both scaling champions, great damage overall. So right now we have a really balanced champion select. It's really just going to come down to who executes more.
Yeah, that's gonna be very important. We don't have too many tanks. That's why I said, because Ambessa, she could win like as a fighter. And Nautilus is gonna be very important too, because it's gonna be maybe the only tank that we're gonna have in our team. I want to see I want to see the Graves. I want to see how he's gonna play, because I think it's gonna be very important. It's gonna be a big part.
Absolutely.
From the damage from NECC.
Absolutely.
And be careful with the Viego, with those resets, because we know that if Viego gets a reset, it's gonna be very difficult to stop him.
Right, he has a really big snowball in fights. Absolutely.
That's why we need to focus to that Viego maybe. We have to be very careful with those Ws that he has with that stun, and try to don't get too many resets from that Viego. To be very careful with that. So let's see how we are gonna play this draft. For a moment, I think I like it, but we have to play, right? We have to play the game and we have to play that battle.
Absolutely. It's going to come down to executing. Now we're able to see summoner spells here really quick.
We're almost here.
Wonderful. Awesome. All right, so here we got Ari with TP, same with Silas. It looks like MTSU is all going top. Are they looking for a cheese here? It looks like they're gonna go around up into this tri-bush.
And something that they are gonna try it.
Mess is gonna have to look out.
I think he's gonna see them. Yeah, he saw them. We are fine. We know where they are. Okay, we are fine. We are fine. All good. Something that I don't like is that or Ash.
Oh, and it looks like Viego's gonna get caught out, and IT's gonna get first blood. What was Viego doing? They saw that. They saw Mbessa, and they knew Andy and Tech had vision of them. MTSU even started backing. He really wanted vision that much.
I was so scared because I thought that was our team.
No.
I thought that they were invading. I think that they were like doing that engage. I was so scared. I was like, no way already. But we saw them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was great for our team. So we have a kill on Ari. So
yeah,
right now the trades, she's gonna be. She didn't buy an item, but. And something that I don't like, I was saying that I don't know if the barrier on Ash is the best best summoner spell.
What would you recommend?
I will recommend Cleanse because they have W Viego and W Silas.
Interesting.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but
I mean, Cleanse is applicable with the Braum stun, right, with the Viego stun, with Silas stun. That's not necessarily a terrible bad summoner spell to take either. It looks like bot lane's gonna get MTSU's bot lane is gonna get level 2 first, so they're gonna have priority here in the bot lane.
We are seeing Graves pathing bot lane, so maybe we are gonna see a gank. We had the same than the previous game. Diego is pathing top, and Graves is pathing.
Well, no,
bot
it
lane.
looks like actually Viego started blue, so they're gonna both
he's
be
pathing.
pathing towards
He's
bot. So we're gonna have a fight over here on this Scuttle Crab. Let's see who's gonna be able to have priority. It looks like Silas is gonna hit that stun on Silas early, coming out with a bigger trade than Ari.
He has a best tempo. That's why the Viego has a better tempo than the Graves. He's pathing more fast. He's pathing faster.
Big charm coming out from Raid Boss there, doing exactly what I had just talked about in the draft. Silas looked to go up in gap close with his E, and as soon as he threw his chain, Raid Boss was able to charm him out and get the Q. That's what I'm talking about. Execution. I love it. Small play, but big play in my mind, because it just lets me know Raid Boss is going to take care of Silas and understands his win con against
Fighting
him.
the rear, Graves, be careful with that Brown.
And it looks like Viego's gonna almost get caught out. Brom's gonna have to flash out after a Nautilus engage.
Viego, yeah, I think you just say that. Viego doesn't have a flash.
Yep.
He used the flash, so that's very good for us.
And Brom.
What a damage from Graves. And Viego,
That was, yes, that was a great trade for Indian Attack.
Yes.
They have 2 enemy flashes down. Viego's not going to be able to make a play as well because he doesn't have a gap close. And Graves could even look bot potentially here because of Brom's flash being down.
And nothing from us.
Correct.
Nothing from us. So
Right.
that's perfect. They have the priority here in the ball lane.
Yeah, Nautilus is going to get a hook. Brom's just going to be able to take that damage because of his shield. It looks like he's low on mana. Tech in a better spot lane in the bot lane right now. And Bessa just outliving because she has energy. Sante's getting cut down. It looks like Raid Boss went for the charm there because he missed. Silas was able to go in and engage and get that stun off, but he's going to continue to get poked out for that because he doesn't have wave prioritization and it's crashing underneath his tower.
Both junglers right now are around the mid lane, so we are gonna see a fight here. I think Graves is gonna try to invade those enemy jungle, so let's see if we are gonna see a fight here. Is
Viego getting a good stun and damage off on Graves. Graves has to be careful. It looks like Braum and Jinx are rotating up, but they're gonna back off.
both won it. Both won the jungle on the smite fight.
Yeah, true. On the Raptors.
On the Raptors, yeah.
Now we do have Dragon up right now. Both junglers are looking towards pathing bot. Diego's gonna end up backing. No, he's not. He's gonna look for a cheeky play through the lane on bot.
The Boycrafts are
MTSU has vision advantage here.
They have both
Bot lane back, so Viego went ahead and started Dragon. A bold start from Viego.
What a damage.
Graves is gonna get great damage out and back out. Good play.
we are gonna try to fight this dragon. We are still having the boy crabs, so if we get this dragon, maybe it's gonna be 2 new prerogatives. We could also fight for those boy crabs in the top lane.
Absolutely right.
He's gonna be. Oh yeah, you see, Viego is right now hitting those boy crabs. So we are gonna get the dragon. Let's see if Bo is gonna try to fight for those boy crabs.
Great point. Already knowing that as well, going up to try to check it and get vision out on it. Nautilus is there as well to counterplay. This is a big play from Indian Attack that is developing right here. They understand that Viego's going to be top lane, looking for these board grubs, and they're already getting vision and prepping for it. Nautilus is just going to end up starting to back because they don't see Viego here. Looks like Viego's gonna look
because he knows, maybe he knows that they are already there. We don't know if the Viego knows that they are in the Void Crabs, but that was a great move by our support, by Pink, because he rotated to those Void Crabs to try to get the neutral objective. The Brown stayed in the ball lane, so this was 3 Void Crabs for our team, so we are 2-0 ahead in neutral objectives.
Yeah, Indiana Tech just pulling away based off of objectives right now. And it looks like Silas is going to look to go in. Ari landing a great charm to disengage him. Excellent execution from Raid Boss. However, he did go back in. Silas was looking to fight more.
It was a scary trade, huh?
That was a little scary, but
Yeah.
I mean, Raid Boss executing that charm and landing it every time Silas steps up.
He's showing that he
Great
knows.
zeal.
Yeah. He's showing that he knows how to play Ari. He knows
Absolutely, he does.
the trades, the damage. He knows everything about that champ.
He understands Silas's win con against him.
Important to say that get those boosted boots. We need to get right now another neutral objective. We are 2-0 in neutral objectives, so the next one will mean 1 point. And if we get the first 3 kills, we will get those boosted boots. What do you think about the boosted boots? Do you think it's worth? It's a great tool for winning the game.
I think the boots definitely do help. I don't think they're absolutely game changer. I think it really helps just overall. It's something that's just gonna, conveniently, give you boosted stats, right? But I don't think it's necessarily a massive win.
4v3.
Yeah.
It's a great chart with the damage. Bio is about to die, and it seems that we are gonna try to get those plates.
Yeah, great rotation by Indiana Tech there on the bot lane. We saw Viego and Graves there, but even with Ari rotating bot too, now they weren't able to secure any kills, but like you said, they're gonna get those plates.
A great play. Trade. They're both with the gank.
Silas returning top lane. He's gonna look to steal Mbessa's ult, but misses on it. Mbessa is gonna be able to get out. Now Graves top lane able to respond. Ari's up there as well. They're gonna collapse on this Silas. Silas is gonna have to get out. Ari's not gonna be able to get the charm, but are they gonna have enough damage? Mbessa goes back in, lands ult, but then she gets hit by tower. Ari and Graves gonna be able to finish off having enough damage to take down Cassante. Now Nautilus is here, being able to shut down Viego.
That was a great play. 4-0 for a moment. 3k ahead.
Yeah, and with that, MTSU looking to respond bot lane. Braum looks to hit the Q on Ashe. Ashe makes an excellent flash out of it. Now Braum's gonna ult the Ashe. Ashe is gonna have a barrier. He's gonna be able to take out the Braum, but Jinx does finish him off. That's the trade-off. MTSU capitalizing, seeing Nautilus top lane. They said, okay, Nott's top, we have to make a play bot. Ended up being a trade 1-for-1, so good on Indiana Tech. MTSU having the right idea there to dive the tower.
Yeah, he had, or Ice Baby, he had more to lose in that dive. So, 1v1 is fine. He got the gold. So, I mean, we got 3 kills, or maybe 2, I don't know, in the top lane, 1 in the bot lane. They got only 1 kill. And we are about to see the next neutral objective. The Void Crabs is coming in 5 seconds. And the next dragon is coming in 5 seconds too. So we got the first 3 kills. If we get the next neutral objective, we are gonna get the boosted boots. And it seems that Graves is already in the dragon. So after this dragon, we should have those boots.
Yeah, but it looks like Graves, it looks like Viego, they're going for those Void Grubs right now. Graves going up towards the Void Grubs, kind of responding late. Indiana Tech, instead of going and committing to the dragon, they're going to look to respond to the Void Grubs.
This is weird because making those, killing those that dragon, we would have already the boots, but maybe we didn't want to let them all the boy crabs. I don't know, but let's see what we are gonna try to do now.
It looks like they're trying to utilize the strength they have and just not allow MTSU anything at this point. You know, they're looking to just kind of respond on MTSU and what plays they're making and capitalize. Oops. Nautilus making a great look on the Viego there.
I think we are trying to get the vision for the dragon, and Graves is coming to a dragon. I don't know about this move, if it was very worth, but I think that we are gonna see a fight here in the dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. But it looks like they're gonna look to dive Silas. Silas is gonna be able to walk out, or they're going for the first tower. I don't think they're gonna have enough minions to finish it though. It's gonna be, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Oh, so we got the boosted boots, the boots.
Now we look for Dragon. Indiana Tech just. Oh, MTSU ulting on the Ashe. Ashe is gonna get caught out off of that engage. They're looking on Graves now. They're pushing forward. Indiana Tech kiting out. It looks like they're gonna have to give Dragon based off of that pick on Ashe.
I don't know if Ashe made a face check, but that was a great play from the enemy team. We have to be very careful with that. They got the dragon, but anyways, we got the boots. So at the end, it's the same to have those 3 neutral objectives. It's the same than having the first tower. So at the end, we got the boots. So this is something that we already have. This is that is gonna help a bit, like you said earlier. That is gonna help for the team.
Yeah, it's gonna stay with us for the rest of the game. MTSU really needed to make a play there, because I was just about to say Indiana Tech is absolutely capitalizing on all objectives across the board. Void Grubs, Dragons, Towers. MTSU really needed that pick there, which they got, and ending up being able to secure Dragon after that. So they are still putting themselves in the fight. If Indiana Tech got that Dragon there, it was just going to look even steeper for MTSU to make a comeback.
So let's see what we are gonna do now. We don't have neutral objectives. We have almost all the flash ups. All the flash is up. So let's see what we got now, and if we are gonna try to find something now. The Rift Herald is coming in 40 seconds, and the next
and
round.
Because of that, we see Ari pathing up, looking for a play here on Cassante. Cassante is gonna get out, but he needs to be careful. There's Viego in the bush. He's gonna be able to go up. He flashes out of the Ari charm. He's gonna ult out. Ari chasing after him. Cassante ulting onto Ambessa. Ambessa's not gonna be able to finish off the Viego. Indiana Tech is just gonna be walking out and pushing right, and MTSU being able to get out barely.
Is this worth? We got the tower, and maybe we are gonna try to get that Rift Herald, which is spawning right now, and maybe we are gonna try to get that dragon, which is coming in 2 minutes and a half. So let's see what we are gonna try to do. It seems that Graves is going to that Herald, so let's see what we got now.
Yeah, it looks like Indiana Tech is prepping for this Rift Tail already. Silas responding bot to Ashe's split. Now she's rotating up. It looks like they might give bot tower unless Silas has TP. He does have TP up, so we'll be seeing Silas here shortly.
Is this a fight?
Yeah, we do see a fight over the Rift Tail. Viego just gonna get absolutely bursted down. Ari landing a great charm on the Ashe. Meanwhile, we see Silas going in on the Nautilus and gonna be able to secure the kill.
Ashe.
Silas now running for his life after Ari secured a kill on Jinx, and Indiana Tech cleaning up.
That was a great move. That was a great play by our boys from Indiana Tech Warriors. And again, I mean, we are seeing Ari 303, 300 goal shutdown, but again 305. So we are seeing a masterpiece, right?
Yes, yes.
I mean,
Indiana Tech is playing on top of their game, making methodical plays. Viego stepping up too close. Graves taking advantage, doing great damage on him, punishing him for that positioning. Ari landing in a great charm across the wall onto the ADC. The ADC did cleanse out of it, but that's the thing about Ari. When you think you're away, you're never really away because of her ultimate. She was able just to continue to chase him down. And Indiana Tech then, after both of those picks, seeing Jinx away from her team, you know, when Jinx is separated like that in the position, she's not going to be able to do any damage. She's just going to have to run. So Jinx really making a positioning mistake there, not being able to be around her team to utilize them as shields to get her damage out there. So then it was just a wipe for Indiana Tech. Just cleaned them all up.
Yeah. We're also playing a great macro. We are gonna get another tower. We are 4v0 in towers. They didn't even get one tower for a moment. So this means that we are playing a great macro too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we see gold bounties on for objectives.
Another
you
tower.
know that's a terrible sign and sound you want to hear as the enemy team.
Great chart. What a damage Ari has, huh?
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. Ari.
It looks like Ari's just going to be able to defend top. Meanwhile, while his team lays Rift Herald bot and they're pushing it to the inhibitor. Whoa! They're going over to the mid turret. Wait.
Driver? Is that a driver?
Yeah, Graves is driving. Graves is
Almost.
taking a trip over to top lane.
We are almost in a difference of 10k gold overall. That's crazy. Right now we want to fight, right? The Atakan is
Absolutely.
up. We don't know, I think. Oh no, we know the
Absolutely.
Atakan is spawning in the top side this time. So let's see, we are gonna try to kill it. I mean, right now we want to fight. We are way ahead from the enemy team.
Yeah, at this point, Indiana Tech just needs to continue to play smart. You know, they have a massive lead over MTSU. You know, not going for anything out of reach, just continuing to play as they always had. With that being said, Mbessa is going to ult on this Sylas. Sylas getting a little bit dizzy from all of her dashes. Not going to be able to do a lot of damage back, but he's going to re-engage to look on him. We see an Ari teleport in. He's going to be able to help finalize that kill on Sylas. Casante's in trouble, and Mbessa takes him down. Mbessa said, I'm not done. I'm looking for more. Rob's going to be able to get that stun off. Jinx taking off some damage, but nothing that's going to be anything worrisome for Indiana Tech. Indiana Tech is just running it down their throats.
2 kills for Mbessa, and like I said to you, Mbessa is crazy. It's a ridiculous champ. Too many dashes, just getting forward, going forward. So it's an amazing
Don't
champ.
get me started on League of Legends and them overhauling new champion kits. Riot. Anyways, keep going.
Two items in the jungle too. We had 2 items in Graves, almost 3 I think. And I mean, the Viego has 1. I mean,
we saw Mbessa looking there. Viego is gonna have to flash out of Mbessa's ultimate. They're playing for their lives right now. Viego looking for something on Graves. Graves flashes out. And it looks like the rest of the team's going to be able to shut down Graves. Absolutely. Viego looking for more. He's going to be able to take out the Ari. Jinx is there too, following up on the damage on Nautilus. Viego going in on the knot. This is what we were talking about in draft. Viego having that snowball effect in fights when he gets those picks. That's going to give him the Atakan.
Yes, and they have a bounty in the Atakan, so this is gonna be bad. We are still ahead, but we have to be very careful with this. This is what we were talking about in the draft. Like, if Viego gets arrested, it's gonna be a very
Step
difficult
of
night.
momentum, absolutely.
But maybe be careful with this because the Atakan has a lot of damage, so maybe they could die. And Mbessa is here.
Oh! Oh! Oh, she's gonna get a double kill. Looking for more. Triple kill.
Atacan.
And gets the Anakin. MTSU has to be devastated right now. They had a glimpse of glory, and it was just taken away from Mbessa. Cue the arcane montage of her putting on her mask for the final fight there. That was a Showtime spectacle from Mbessa there.
What was that? Triple kill and Atacan.
Absolutely.
What was that?
That was
I mean-
play the game.
I mean, that wins a game. Literally, like that wins a game. That is gonna make us win a game. We have the Guardian Angel again in every and each player of the team. So right now we are gonna fight. We are way ahead from the enemy team. So maybe we can even end. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Nautilus just gonna look on and engage there. Braum, even with his shield up, is just gonna get melted down. Nautilus sends out an ultimate. They see Cassante. Ash getting great damage out on him. And Bessa diving to support, gonna lock in that kill. Everyone else trying to focus on killing Mbessa right now. And Bessa's gonna go down, but she has the instant get out of jail free card. Riot. Also, Silas going back in for Graves.
Are we gonna end?
And
Are we ending?
Indiana Tech's gonna end game 2.
Ash! Poke!
Ash! He's Icy Man!
Yes!
He's gonna close out game 2. Indiana Tech stomping grounds tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
What? I mean, what can we say? What was that?
There's not much
This game.
more to say than the gameplay itself, you know.
I mean, clutch play by Mbessa. I mean, that was a great game. That was very close in that Nexus. But, I mean, 2-0, we won the BO3. So, what can you say?
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show Indiana Tech, you know, MTS trying to adapt with their team comp, but even with their adapting of the team comp, Indiana Tech still showing that they know what they're doing. They
Yeah.
played objectives. They played vision well. They collapsed. They calmed out teleports. I mean, all in all, there's not much more you can ask for. I keep saying they're methodical. They very much are. You know, you see it in every single lane. We talked about the Ahri. I had pointed out Ahri versus Silas. Those trades, what to look for. Silas stepping up, looking for those stuns. Ahri landing the charm every time. We see Mbessa pushing Cassante back under turret, as we know is going to happen, but still not getting ganked. Viego having good vision in that top lane. Very imperative when you have that pressure. Bot lane, all in all, smooth laning phase, and Graves is just able to play his rotations around his team's prioritization and vision. Absolutely phenomenal game from Indiana Tech.
We played very good from the start with that first clip, that first blood. At the start with that Nautilus hook.
Yeah, that first blood was nuts.
I mean, that was crazy.
They saw Mbessa. We
they
knew
were
that
invading.
Viego and them were there.
They were invading, and they got the enemy team was invading our team, and we got the first kill. So, what else can we ask? Like nothing. So, I mean, we play very good against that Viego because I was very afraid of that Viego, and we saw it. He was way behind, and he got that triple kill, and we were so scared about that. But we got that clutch play by Mbessa. So I don't know if we are gonna have an interview now. If we are gonna have it right now, I don't know. We are gonna have a call with them. I think we are gonna have a break right now for a moment, or are we going straight? Okay, we are gonna have a break, and after the little break, we are gonna have the interview to one of the Indiana Tech Warriors. Anything
So
else to
stay
say?
tuned to the Indiana Tech interview after this Showtime. We're going to get some insights on their thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you for joining us for those last 2 game stomps that you saw Indiana Tech just sweep the board with. With that being said, we do have the privilege of Bandit Boy being right here. We have some fantastic questions for you. We want to get to know what that gameplay was like. Starting off, David, gonna start off with the first question.
I just want to know why Cho'Gath. Why? Tell me about that.
What I'm saying. Wait, what was that question?
Why Cho'Gath?
Like, why Cho'Gath?
Cho'Gath?
I know Cho'Gath is one of like the hardest counters to Jace. Jace has recently popped up in the meta. You have to. He's been building a lot more tankiers. Actually, pretty strong right now. So I just looked at the stats and like Jace's hardest matchup is actually Cho'Gath. So my team gave me last pick, and I'm gonna use it wisely. So I'm gonna pick this hardest matchup.
Yeah, you had the counter pick, and it's also because they didn't have DPS, right? They didn't have attack speed, so that was a very smart pick because they couldn't kill you. You were literally immortal, like you couldn't die.
Yeah.
So that's why we were saying that here, that that pick that was very smart, and we were wondering.
Yeah, absolutely, Bandit Boy. I want to know, after watching you play the previous fall, kind of where you're at progressionally, skill-wise. Like, how are you feeling going into this next season? Whether that regards to champ pool, your laning phase, controlling wave management. What does that look like for you right now?
Going into the next season, I feel like not just myself as a team, we've gotten really strong and coordinated. We're practicing a lot. We actually like 4 or 5 times a week we end up practicing. So it's really helpful to be able to lane against like the stronger opponents that we go against in practice. So I feel like all around, I've definitely personally have gotten a lot better. I think as a team, as a whole, we've definitely been very objective focused. I feel like we've gotten a lot better at that as well.
Yeah, what type of playing style, what type of champion playing style do you like? Do you like being more tanky? Do you try to be more of a fighter, or does that kind of depend on what your team wants you to play?
A lot of times it's kind of dependent on the team, because more often you'll probably see me like one of my last few picks, because I think I have a decent sized champ pool and I like to use that to my advantage to kind of counter the lane opponent. But I do like playing bruisers. I don't know if you saw last game, that's you can't beat that, But
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I want to know how you felt going into that Atacan. It was quite of a sweep there. You running in. How did that feel?
It felt amazing. Get that rush of adrenaline. You just see 3 low health targets. Like the Atacan did all the work. I just come in last hit. Yeah. You can't beat that. And then get it on top of it. It's just amazing.
Absolutely. I just have one last kind of fun all-around question. What top lane champion would you say would resemble you the most?
Resemble me the most? I would love to say Gragas with my appetite, but I think I'd probably have to go Set.
There we go.
Because I love going to the gym all the time. I got to get those big muscles, and Set's that guy.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from Bandit Boy. Not only does he get it on the top lane, wave management control, but he also gets it in the gym.
I got one last thing. We were talking about this with Ice Boy, and what are you guys expecting about this year? Do you think that we can win? Do you think that we can do something big?
For the year, I have really high expectations. I don't know if you guys saw on the prediction charts where we placed second. To predict second, I honestly think we can take first. So I think through WAC, we're going to have a really strong season. And I think with our NECC performance right now, we've won 4 games so far. So it's looking pretty promising. So I think if we keep up the amount of practicing we've been doing, the amount of the matches, I'm expecting to have a really long and fun season.
Now, you really intrigued me. I do have to ask then, what team was placed higher than you? What's going to be the hardest team to beat?
The hardest team to beat would have to be Sienna Heights. They were placed higher to us by a pretty large margin. So I think we're looking forward to upset them this year.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Indiana Tech coming out for blood. Sienna Heights. You better be putting in the time. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We're looking forward to seeing you again next Tuesday.